Today, we are testing a bike that revolutionized the term super biking in India. A bike which brought thousands of Indians that much closer to experiencing the world of super bikes. We're talking of one of the first bikes, a 600cc bike to go officially on sale in India. And that too at an unbelievable price of just 4.57 lakhs. Yes, we're talking of none other than the Kawasaki Ninja 650R. Imagine riding 60 to 70 odd kilometers after your office, zipping through the traffic onto the highway, here to big wheels motoring for a simple cup of chai. That's exactly the freedom, that's exactly the practicality which the Ninja 650R brings you. The Kawasaki Ninja 650R comes with the tagline "Refined Aggression," and that very well could have been inspired from its styling. The twin headlights, the underbelly exhaust, the offset monoshock and the sleek looking tail lights all lend the Ninja a very distinctive and strong street presence. The styling is very practical. For example, engine on this bike, the parallel twin engine, is one of the most compact engines in this category. The offset monoshock not only looks radical but also helps in reducing the wheelbase of the bike. The underbelly exhaust helps lower the center of gravity of the bike. The twin headlights, they look really mean, but they also serve a very good purpose. That is, they have a very even and good spread in the night, which means that you can tour in the night. And if you look closer, you're impressed with the top-notch quality of the plastics and of course the typical Kawasaki fit and finish. The riding position is very comfortable and upright because of the raised handlebars and the front side foot pegs. Also, the seats on this bike are nice and plush and wide, which make for a very comfortable city ride and highway rides as well. Along with the grab rails, the way they're positioned, it makes it very easy for the rider to mount his travel sack on it. The windscreen, it's very well engineered and it fends off any wind blast at high speed, which adds that much more fun to your highway rides. If you're the kind who loves to take the pathless travel, the 145mm ground clearance will come really handy. Let's not exploit that too much, because if you do that, you'll run the risk of damaging the underbelly exhaust. It boasts of a pretty modest 72 PS of power and 66 Nm of torque for a 600cc bike which weighs 203 kgs. But it's the way that this power is delivered. I mean, the 6-speed cassette type gearbox has been so beautifully meshed with the torque curve that you always have abundant torque. And when you have that much power on tap, it doesn't matter then whether you're riding in the city or on the highway. You're in for a blast of a ride. Having said that, it does have a few problems. And the biggest problem in my eyes are the brakes. We are really disappointed with them. Even though it has a 300mm twin pedal disc at front and 220mm rear, it does not inspire confidence. Another problem is the tank. Now, in my eyes, this bike makes for one of the best saddle sore machines that you have here available in India. But the tank size here is just 15.5 liters, and it basically means that you'll have to make frequent fuel station stops, which can get really annoying. When it comes to handling, let's remember this is a heavy bike and it has a long wheelbase. At 1410mm, it's a whole 10mm longer than the baby Ninja. Because of the high-raised handlebars and the lower center of gravity, this bike proved to be surprisingly really easy to ride around in the city, and it tackled the clogged city streets really well. The same was true even for the highway. But what really took me by surprise, and I was really shocked to see how well it took to the corners. It's nowhere close to a super sport when it comes to handling, but still it's a lot of fun nonetheless. It does take some conviction on your part, and you have to trust her when you thrash her into corners. But trust me, she does stick. Having ridden this bike extensively on the highway in the corners, I can say that these Bridgestone Battle Axe tires are really good. The suspension, even though it's on a softer side, the preload on the rear suspension is definitely adjustable. If you're into hardcore cornering, there's still a lot of room for improvement. But as for touring and for commuting, the suspension is bang on. So what's the verdict then? This bike is a great commuter. It makes for a really good touring bike. And if it's not the best option for cornering, it still is a lot of fun. I mean, yeah, it can be so much better in the sense the brakes could definitely be a lot better. The tank definitely should have been a lot bigger. And the exhaust, well, it does sound like a tractor. But look at it this way. It's a bike which scores really high when it comes to performance, practicality, quality, and most importantly, the versatility. So here at PTR, we give the Ninja 650R a big thumbs up.